Money stops picking your calls. It starts disrespecting you. Money starts ignoring you. And it stops speaking your calls. Unless you did the 6 things I'm going to reveal to you today. So many of you in your 40s and 50s and 60s know that money can be so disrespectful to people in their 50s. When you experience financial struggles in your 20s and 30s, it's not as bad and it's not as embarrassing as when you're 54 and receive quit notice. It happened to me in my late 40s. I received quit notice. Money was so disrespectful. There was just no money, nowhere. I would call, money wouldn't answer. So I received quit notice. I couldn't pay rent. That's actually very, very embarrassing. It's also embarrassing, when your children's school fees are due and you can't pay them and you are 47. It's also so embarrassing that you are 50, your wife is expecting, and then it's time for her to put to bed and you can't afford hospital bills. If money has ever disrespected you, type disrespect in the comment section. The way money disrespected me in my 40s and even in my early 50s. If money has ever disrespected you, if money you called and money didn't pick your call and you're already 50 or in your 40s, just put disrespect. Yeah, there you go, put disrespect. So money can be very disrespectful to people in their 40s, 50s, and even 60s. And many times the it's not just disrespect, it comes with a lot of regret for missed opportunities and all that. Now, but the truth is, it's not that money hates you or that money just wants to disrespect you, but you just missed the rules before you were 14. You missed the rules. Now, consider that you probably started working at 18 or 20 after college. You had at least 18 to 20 years after college. Let's say you even started working at 30. You had at least 10 years to figure out money, but you didn't. That's the problem. You had 20 years to figure out money, to figure out how money works, to figure out how you will accomplish your purpose, to figure out how to make money, how to manage it, how to multiply that. 20 good years. You had that exam and you failed it at 40. That's why money becomes angry and starts disrespecting you. So what happens is that after 40, money starts judging you. It starts judging your systems. It starts judging your habits. And it starts judging your priorities because, money stops disrespecting you because you didn't obey the 6 rules, which I'm going to show you right now. And so if you missed it, and then you've been experiencing disrespect from money, money has abandoned you, money has stopped picking your calls, this session is for you. After this session, after I've shared with you these 6 things that you should have done, which you didn't do, which you can start doing right now, I am telling you, money will start respecting you. Money is supposed to be a tool in your hands. It's supposed to be a servant. So imagine a servant slapping the master. That's what money is doing to many of us who are over 40. Money is slapping us left, right, and center, slapping us. We wake up in the morning, money slaps us. You look at your bank balance and you become depressed. You are 55. You look behind you for over 30 years of working, of trading your time for money, and there's nothing to show for it. Anytime I say something and that's your situation, just say, that's me. Just put, that's me. Because here I encourage authenticity. That's why I also tell you my stories of failure. I had serious failures with money in my under 40, under 45 years. I made serious money blunders that I don't want you to repeat. And then if you're 35 and above, or you're even in your late 20s listening to this, I'm saying this with a sense of love, a heart of love and urgency. Don't make these mistakes that many of us in our 50s, I'm in my 50s, And then those of you in your 50s, you can also testify. Just type the things I'm saying in the comment section so that the younger people would not make the same mistake. Will not make the same mistake that we made, in money. And then now money is disrespecting us up and down, slapping us. You wake up, money slaps you. And then many times you see something you want to get for your children. And then, that feeling as a father, you go out there, there's something you actually see. Your daughter, your little daughter would love it. But then you look at your wallet and you can't. Do you know how embarrassing it is to be 51 and still struggling to feed your family? Do you know how embarrassing it is that you're 54, you still have children in secondary school or in college, and they are suffering? You can't give them pocket money. And then your daughter has to, start roaming around the whole place, asking for uncles or asking people for money because you can't do it. And then sometimes you know that your daughter is doing something wrong to sustain herself in college. But you can't do anything about it because if you tell her not to do that, then pay. So that is a very, very embarrassing situation. And then to worsen it, for those of us in our 50s, to worsen it, you look around you and then you're scared because retiring in this situation, because since 40, so you're 55 now, so money has disrespected you for 55 years or for 15 years. So when you look ahead of you, you don't see how in the world you're going to retire. Retiring at 60 is not even an option for you because you can't see where it's going to happen. So someone wrote me, you're 58, and then you don't have any assets to your name. You don't have any stocks. You don't have any investment. You don't have any assets, any dividend producing assets in your name. That is very, very scary. So, what are the 6 things? These are the 6 things that you didn't do before you turned 40. And then it's also a double blessing for those who are yet to be 40, because right now you can plot these 6 things and start doing them so that money will not disrespect you the way it disrespected me and disrespected a lot of people who are in their late 40s. I was in Houston a couple of years ago, visited a family, an African family. They immigrated to the United States. These guys were working like clockworks. The guy had 3 jobs. He was a nurse. He had 3 jobs. This guy was never in his house for more than 3 hours in any particular time. And the children were little, growing. The woman too had many jobs. I think she had like 3 jobs. And so there are many of you in the diaspora living like that. And you are 48. You are 53. You are 60. And you're working 3 jobs. Is that normal? Is that normal? You're working 16 hours. And then a friend I met today, also living in diaspora, was telling me how she works 17 hours. 17 hours. And then she recently had to resign from one of the 3 jobs that she does because she was always sleeping in that 3rd job. Why wouldn't you sleep? Your body was not designed to work 17 hours every day. Okay? So here are the 6 things that you didn't do. That's why money is disrespecting you in your 40s, late 40s, and you are nowhere. You are nowhere. You call him money. You call. See, this number is, how do they put it here? This number is not connecting or something, or how do they put it here? When you make a call, it says this number is not assigned, or they say this number is switched off. You've been calling money. The phone is switched off. It's because you didn't do these 6 things. And oh yeah, it's not reachable. Adobe, thank you. Yeah. That's correct. So, very annoying. He said, this number cannot be reached. This number is not reachable. You are calling money. $300, $500, 10K, even 5K, even ordinary 5K is disrespecting. 5K. And then sometimes just 2K is disrespect. Can you imagine that? And you are 48. And then 5K is disrespecting you. And I say you can start investing today, even with 5K. You don't even have 5K to put aside to start investing. That's very annoying. And this thing is supposed to be your servant. Money is your servant. Can you imagine you have a servant, you have a house help or something, and you're calling her, and she's telling you, shut up. I'm still sleeping. All right, so we're going to, it's very sad. You're very sad, Rosemary. I'm telling you, if you've ever faced financial embarrassment, you will know that what I'm telling you is not a joke. I have seen financial embarrassment. That's why I determined in my 50s, on my 50th birthday, I sat down for half a day saying, no, I got to change this. I changed it. And I'm telling you, it worked. So these are the 6 things that you need to pay attention and to change. Number 1, money is disrespecting you after 40 because you didn't figure out what you stand for in the world. Please, somebody type it. Yeah. Because by 40, you hadn't figured out what your purpose in life was. You hadn't figured out what your mission is. I'm telling you, and if you, until you figure out what your purpose is and what your mission is, because everybody was created for a purpose and for a mission. And if you've not figured out your own, money will disrespect you for the rest of your life. I'm telling you, there are 70-year-olds. There are 80-something-year-old people who money is disrespecting like crazy. You are in your 70s, you are in your 80s, and your children are not also doing very well. They are struggling. And before you even survive, and God forbid that you should have a major illness or something that requires that they're going to take you to India or take you to America or take you to Thailand for treatment. That's it. That's it. That's disrespect. And the reason is you didn't figure out what your purpose in life is. You didn't figure out what your mission is, what you're here for. And then I can see someone asking, Colette is asking, how do I discover my purpose? So your mission has, basically, each of us was made to solve a problem in the world. There's a major problem. There's a one problem, one assignment you're given. That's your purpose. That's how to discover your purpose, call it. There's one assignment that you're given that no other person can do for you. So you have to figure out what that assignment is. What problem were you sent to solve in the world? Do you know why it's important? Because all the money you will ever make come from the fact that you're solving a problem, and then you are being paid for the problem that you're solving. And so many of us spend all our working years in 9 to 5, just the clockwork of 9 to 5, working on other people's missions, and then being given this pittance, this drug called salary, every month. So we get addicted to the drug and we never make out the time to actually consider, what is my own personal mission? Because your money is in the mission. And so money follows clarity. If you don't know your mission, money won't take you seriously. Believe you me. Anybody who will make money after 40 has figured out the problem that you are here to solve in the world. Okay, so after 40, money doesn't reward hard work. It rewards irreplaceable purpose. So that question that Colette asked is the number one question everyone must answer for themselves. What is your purpose? What's your mission? Yeah, so because purpose is the magnet that attracts meaningful wealth. I'm living my purpose, and all the money I'm making at 59 is coming from living my purpose. And then my purpose is to raise unicorns, leaders, in Africa, in the Pacific, and in the Caribbean who will lead the spiritual, the political, the economic, the social, cultural transformation or renaissance of their communities. That's my mission. And that's why I do what I do. That's why I teach what I teach. And without my even ringing the bell of my mission, all the people I'm supposed to serve in my mission are coming from different parts of the world, from Southeast Asia. In fact, if you mention here, you know what I'm talking about. So some of you here are listening to me from the Pacific. Some of you are listening from the Caribbean. Yet this mission, I received it. I got the understanding since 1981. And then I'm being rewarded doing that. In my opportunity to work with Stanford University, Stanford Graduate School of Business in the Stanford Seed program, I had that incredible privilege to work with leaders in many countries in Africa, literally most countries in Africa, apart from Northern Africa. But East Africa, Southern Africa, West Africa, I worked with leaders and businesses. I've worked with a major business in Angola. It's my mission to help people to discover who they are and to believe in God's abundance, for them, so that they'll be able to fulfill their purpose. And then as I'm doing this, I'm making money. I'm making money doing it. So imagine your life as a GPS. If you've never punched your destination in the GPS, you are just burning fuel. You're just burning fuel, driving around. So that is what it is when we are 40 and we don't know our place in the world and we have not figured out what we stand for, what our purpose is. So that's number one. That's one reason money disrespects you after 40. Very important. Very important. Figure out your purpose. What are you here for? What's your mission? And if you need help with that and you're registered in my paid mentorship group, the Financial Fitness Challenge, please make sure you put it. If it's something, then I can lead you through the exercise for discovering, for writing your personal mission statement. It's not in the curriculum right now, but if some of you are watching and then you are in my mentorship group, do mention it in your group. And then I can arrange a session to help you discover what your mission is and then to write a mission statement. Your life changes the day you understand why you're here, and it becomes really very powerful and purposeful. Number two, the second reason that money is disrespecting you after 40 is that you didn't build systems. You didn't build systems. For 40 years, you were just living at random. Okay, so you have been just running tasks instead of building systems. So if you're still trading time for money, money sees you as cheap labor. Money sees you as cheap labor. If at 45, at 50, my brother and sister, you are still trading time for money. I mean, if you did it from 20 to 30, maybe to 35, I can understand. Maybe even to 40, I can understand. But you are 55 and you are still trading time for money. Money will disrespect you. Money will see you as cheap labor, no matter how much they pay you. Because the problem with trading time for money is that when you don't show up, you can't earn money. You will call money and money will refuse to answer. So if you are still trading time for money, money sees you as cheap labor. Hustlers get paid once. System owners get paid while they sleep. Which one are you? I would like to know. If you type in the comment section, are you a hustler or you are a system owner? And it's good to know. Be very, very authentic. Look, like here, this is not Facebook where we flex, or Instagram where people flex. The number one step, like I tell the people in my mentorship group, the number one step to transforming your life and your finances and your relationships is authenticity. It's authenticity. Just telling yourself the truth. I don't need to know. You know yourself. Hustlers get paid once. And so if you only receive money once in the month, also known as salary, you're a hustler. But if you're a system owner, you get paid even while you are sleeping. So tell me in the comment section, are you a hustler or a system owner? The poor people repeat tasks, but rich people repeat systems. Never forget that. Tasks pay once, systems pay forever. Yeah, I know a couple of hustlers in the room, because I hustled. I hustled until my middle name almost became Hustle. In fact, some of you, your middle name is Hustle. Yeah, so I can see a lot of hustling there, a lot of hustling among us. And then the whole essence, like what I focus on in the Financial Fitness Challenge, my paid mentorship group, is to take you from hustler to system owner. I know we talk about stocks and investing in stocks, and I also give stock recommendations in the group. But the group is much more than, it's not just about stocks. It's about building systems. Because if you don't have systems at 40, you will still be hustling at 70. Because it's systems that will set you free. And so money disrespects you. Money abandons you. Money slaps you in your midlife because you don't have systems. You are just running, hustling. Okay, the third reason that money disrespects you after 40 is that while you were working in your active job and earning active income, you didn't convert your active income into passive. That's another reason why money doesn't pick your calls. You didn't convert your active income, that is the salary you are earning, you didn't convert it to passive income, to something that will bring dividends, to something that will continue to earn money even when you sleep. Many of you have worked until now you are 45 and you are 50. You don't have any passive income. That is absolutely frightening, because the foundation or the basis of your being able to retire anytime soon is passive income, not active income. Because retirement means passive. Because you can't call yourself retired while you are still, everything depends on your active income. Because active income means that you have to be there to earn money, or you have to trade your time or trade your effort for money. So how can you retire when you don't have passive income? And then the most, should I say, the saddest thing about it is that while you are earning that salary, it's never, you continue to complain that it is not enough. My salary is small, my take home doesn't take me home. And so you remain in that loop until you are 40 and 45, same loop. And then you never realized that every active income that comes into your wallet, into your bank account, has two parts. The first part is bread. It was Prophet Isaiah, more than like 3,000 years ago, who taught this wisdom. This wisdom is 5,000 years old. Whenever you earn money, that money has two parts. I'm looking for money here. I need to be putting a lot more money here. It has two parts. One part is bread for the eater, according to Isaiah. And then the second part is seed for the sower. Your salary has two parts. The first part is bread. That is your living cost. That takes care of your living costs. That takes care of your lifestyle. That takes care of food, water, whatever, housing, rent. But the other part is seed. But guess what many of you do? You eat up your bread and eat the seed with it. And now when you turn 50, you are surprised that you don't have money. That there's nothing to look back, and then for all the money you earned in 30 years, you can't see anything to show for it. Why? How can you see anything to show for it? Because the seed that you're supposed to plant, to invest, to secure the future, you didn't. You ate it. You spent it. So that is why money disrespects you. You see, because money respects ownership. Rentals, royalties, dividends, digital as money respects those things. Money smiles at people, who are owners, not just people who consumers, and they consume everything they earn and then wonder why they don't have anything for their future. Okay, so active income feeds you today, passive income rescues you at 60. Please, somebody type it in the comment section. Active income feeds you today, passive income rescues you at 60. Okay, very good. Please type it in there. Tap it in there. Okay. Active income feeds you today. Passive income rescues you at 60. Okay. So, if your money doesn't earn while you sleep, aging becomes expensive. If all your money depends on your movement, you are in financial ICU by midlife. Okay. All right. Number 4, the fourth reason why money doesn't respect you after 40 is because you didn't protect your health. You didn't protect your health. Some of you at 45 look like you're already 70, in your 70s. And then some of you at 42 look older than your 63-year-old uncle because of the way, you neglected your health. I see some young people in their 30s today. When they close work, they are off to the bar, drinking all evening, getting home at midnight or 1 o'clock, and they call that enjoyment. And then all those things you're drinking, all those funny things you're eating, and you say it doesn't matter, all those fast foods, all those things you're accumulating, putting in your system, the time it will matter is when you become 50. Then your bones, backache, all kinds of things start complaining. Arthritis, your knees, your movements, and all that. So you didn't care for your health before you are 40. And it's affecting your money. Why? Because money doesn't respect a broken body. Energy is the currency of midlife success. So there's no energy in your body. You are not healthy. And you can never out-earn a failing body. Health isn't a cost. It's your return on investment multiplier. You really need to put a premium on your health. Because some of you also, you didn't take care of your body. And then you spent 40 years, 30 years abusing your body and all that, earning a lot of money. And then like somebody said, that the people spend half of their lives accumulating money. And then they spend the other half spending it to get back their health. Because at 50, you are just one major surgery away to destitution. You are just one kidney or organ problem away to total destitution. It will not only slow you down, it's going to slow down your children, your wife, your friends, everybody, because everybody will be struggling to bring money. Your health becomes the drainage. If you've seen what I'm talking about happen, just say, seen it. Type, I've seen it there. Where somebody just falls ill at 48 or 52. And then everybody, the entire family economy shuts down. And then sometimes the illness is so prolonged. You sell your land, you sell your property, you sell all your shares, you sell everything to get back, because you don't want your loved one to die. So, yeah, you can see in the comment section, seen it. It happens all the time. And it's usually to people after 40, or people in their 50s, or parents in their 60s, So your health is so important because a tired, sick body will never outrun money problem. Because once you fall sick at 54, nothing else matters. You're not going to be thinking about making money. You're going to be thinking about becoming healthy again. So your first retirement fund is your energy. Please type it. Type it. Your first retirement fund is your energy. So, and many people hit their financial peak just when their body starts failing. Don't be one of them. Once your body starts failing at 53, that's it. That's how your money starts going. I have people whose body started failing like when they were in their late 40s, 50s. I know a particular person. That gentleman, I don't want to mention it, but it's late 60s now. It's never gone up. It's been like this since late 40s. You know, with diabetes, blood sugar problem, all kinds of things, obesity. It's never gone up from 40s to now almost 70. So your first retirement fund is your energy. Protect it. All right. Number 5, the fifth reason that money disrespects you, disowns you, abandons you after 40 is that you didn't build relationship equity. Everybody type it, relationship equity. I can't emphasize relationships enough. If you built relationships before you were 40, there's no kind of financial problem you have, even at 55, that one phone call cannot solve. Relationship equity. Yeah, like I ask my clients when I go to work with some teams, I ask them, if you get into a situation, usually for different audiences, different amounts of money, if you get into a situation where you have to raise $50,000 within the next 1 hour, or you are dead, how many people do you think will die in an average room of 1,000 people like this? And then you run into an emergency and you have to raise $50,000 to solve that. In fact, let me even say $10,000 or $20,000. So for some of you who live in America, where you have credit economy, and then you have some, you have insurance, you have a good system for handling some emergency. It may be different for you, it may be slightly easier for you, but not totally easy. But for the rest of the world, like in most places in Africa here, where it's cash, hand to mouth. I'm even talking about $10,000. There are people, if they have to raise $500 or $200 in an emergency, or they are dead, if they have to raise it within 1 hour, $200, they will die. Yeah, somebody is saying, seen it. They will die. Why? Because there's no relationship. You don't have one phone number that you can pick and call and say, hey, buddy, I'm in a very terrible situation now. I need to have $25,000 in the next 30 minutes. Do you have friends like that? Just say, I do. If you do, if you don't, say don't in the comment section. Do you have a phone number you can call if you run into that emergency? Yeah, somebody's saying that can't even do $50. Vivian, you're so blessed. You do. Yeah, you have a phone call. That's what is called relationship equity. Can you imagine there are people in their 40s? If you're 28 and you don't have, I can understand. But you're 55, 57, 61, 49, and you don't have one phone call, one person you can make a phone call for $10,000 and the thing drops within 1 hour. There's a problem. And I am blessed in that area. building relationships like crazy. In fact, and I tell my clients, spend more time building relationship equity than you spend making money. Because there are situations that money won't even help you, or so, even if you have it, but relationships will. I can't emphasize relationship enough. I call relationship, I call it the invisible bank. Especially when you're in your 40s, 50s, relationship is the invisible bank. Please type invisible bank. Type invisible bank, invisible bank. I want that to stick into your mind. Because many of us neglect relationships. Even relationship with our close family. It's terrible. They are siblings that don't talk to each other. There are families, people don't talk to each other. There are siblings that if one sibling is dying at the point of death and they had the money to help, they won't. There are siblings who are fighting over their parents' inheritance. They've been fighting over inheritance for 10 years. If you have seen it, anytime I say it and you've seen it, just type seen it. They're siblings fighting over their father's property. The man died like 20 years ago. They're in court. They're taking each other. Same father, same mother. And so sometimes I wonder, people get into certain financial conditions in their 40s and 50s, and they're sending me DMs and all that. And then I keep asking, like I tell my wife, what about their family? What's because your family is supposed to be your first line of defense. Why would a woman married, have a husband who is doing well, get into a financial situation? Woman is 51 years. Husband in his mid-50s as well. And she starts calling other people. She starts calling not her children, not her husband. She starts calling strangers, DMing strangers. Oh, I have financial problem. Can you sort me out? So relationship equity is so important. And I can't imagine how a 47-year-old, a 53-year-old does not have very strong relationship equity. So that's a very serious point for reflection for you tonight. So after this, sit down and actually write, if I get into emergency now, do I have like 2-3 friends that I can call and then they will sort it out? Let me also stress this. Don't ask that question without asking, are you also that kind of a person to other people? Are you the kind of person that a friend who is really a close friend can call at midnight to raise $10,000? Can you do it? So don't just go looking for people who can do for you. Also ask yourself, are you also the kind of person that can do that for other people? Because the best way to make friends is to become friends yourself. Otherwise, you just become an entitled, little brat going around looking for somebody to take care of you, but not looking for people you can take care of. So the way to start building relationship equity is to be that kind of a person that you want other people to be to you. Give, support people in need, pay hospital bills for other people, pay house rent for other people. And that's how naturally you build relationship equity. So when you're in that situation, give and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, shall men give unto your bosom. Is somebody getting value from tonight? Is somebody getting some aha moments? I really want to know, okay? Yeah, I really want to know. Yeah, exactly. And then when Salome says, too sad for relatives to fight over the late parents' property. I'm telling you, Salome, it's too sad. That's one of the saddest things. I mean, for me, I would rather let my siblings have it. I would rather let them have it. And then that is also scarcity mindset. Is that the only property in the world? You can also create, but you see, people are in court 10, 16, 20 years. I know one now that's so painful. And they're fighting each other for property. A man that died like almost 20 years ago. And they won't let go. I've never understood it, Salome, just like you. Okay, Samson said, I had been that kind of friend, but when I lost my job, I had only $22 to complete my mentorship. I called and no one agreed to help me with it. Yeah, there's a science to building friends. So what you had were probably not friends. You were probably just drinking buddies and all that. And then many times, a man or woman doesn't really have or need maybe more than, like in my life now, I'm almost 60. I can count people I can call friends. I can call friends. I can count them in this one hand. So you don't really need to have, too many. And when you have a friend, you have a friend. So the people you had were not friends. Okay, so if they could abandon you at your time of need, when you yourself were not the kind of person abandoning them. So the right 5 people in your life can make you rich. And the wrong 5 people in your life can bankrupt you emotionally and financially. There's no question about that. After 40, your network isn't just who you know, it's who trusts you with their money. So those people you had, they were not the real network. Okay, so it is who trusts you with their money. By 40, your network should be working as hard as you are. So because every human connection that you have is a seed. Sometimes the relationship might even be, people you are not related to. Somebody you struck up conversation with at the airport. Different kinds of ways to strike that kind of human connection. And the ones who watered you in your 30s should be bearing fruit by 40. In fact, let me give you a secret. Your next 10 opportunities are trapped inside your last 10 conversations. And this conversation we're having tonight might be one of those conversations. Your next 10 opportunities are trapped inside your last 10 conversations. Conversations are important, and the place you find yourself, because many of you are busy sitting with people who you call friends, who are no friends. They are going nowhere. You can't call them a mastermind. They are not thinking about their future. They are not developing wealth. They are not practicing delayed gratification. And then some of you are also following channels that just feed you chaff. You're following channels in social media just feeding you chaff. And there are no opportunities in such. Okay. So if you are broke at 45, it definitely means that you networked wrong. QED. If you're 45, you're 50 now, and you're broke, I'm telling you, QED, you networked wrong. There's no way you will network right and you will be broke at 50. Not possible. Not possible. The time that we had a quick notice in my family, and the landlord sent us packing, it was a friend, it was a connection that gave us a place to stay until I found my feet. It's connection. And how did we meet? We're just jogging in the street, and we struck up a conversation. I got to know him, got to know his family, got to know what he was doing and things like that. And it blossomed to a relationship that is very, very strong up to today. So as we're being booted from the house, he was opening the gates of his massive house, for us, where we stayed. So if you're broke at 40, if you're broke at 45, you networked with chaff. You didn't network with solid people. Okay, and then number 6, the final rule that if you didn't obey it before 40, will make money disrespect you after 40, is that you didn't overcome fear and anxiety. You didn't overcome fear doubt and anxiety, especially financial anxiety and financial fear. You didn't overcome it. My mother-in-law, God bless my mother-in-law, who is actually my mother, she died at 95, 2 years ago. She was 95. Extraordinary woman. Extraordinary woman. Mommy used to pray when she was much younger. She used to pray a prayer that, considering that she never went to school, the so-called formal school, the wisdom in that prayer is incredible. And that might be an aha moment for somebody listening here. Mom used to pray, say, God, keep me alive to lead my children across the valley of fear. Wow, that kind of prayer. And no wonder she stayed till 95. And I can confirm, having married one of her precious daughters, that she did indeed lead them across the valley of fear. And so if you are still 40, if you're 40, 45, 50, and you're still peeing in your pants out of fear, my goodness, and every little thing starts shaking. You don't have emotional stability. You look into your account, maybe there's a reversal, maybe your business had a problem, and then your blood pressure just shoots up, and then you fall sick immediately. What? At 50? No, you should have mastered your emotions, overcome fear. You should have mastered resilience, because this world, life is not linear. And if anybody tells you it's linear, trials, temptations, tough times do come. And so if you haven't developed the kind of exoskeleton some of us have developed, you won't survive. If you haven't developed the kind of exoskeleton that some of us, like me, have developed, and you come out in the social media, many of you, like a lady told me, she can't even post like the way I post, that once she posts something and then somebody opposes it, that she quickly goes to delete it. She can't stand being criticized in social media. But there's nothing people don't tell me. There's no kind of toxic comments I don't get on a daily basis. But you know what? Those things, I just brush them off. They're the least of my problems. So you've not mastered fear. It's going to be a problem. Comfort zones are where money goes to die after 40. And so if you're not willing to take calculated risks, educated risks, and then you want to remain in that comfort, money will disrespect you. All right, so if you missed some of these steps and now you're already over 40, you're not alone. Like I've told you, I was that way, but you're not excused either. And the good news, here's the good news. In all I have said, no matter what mistakes you've made, the good news is that money has a short memory. Somebody should type that. That's an aha moment. Money has a short memory, but it rewards fast learners. So what you need now, 3 things: urgency, structure, and guidance. You do not need to put in more time. You need leverage. 3 things. If you're over 40, don't waste your time trying to go back to school. Okay, I want to go back and do MBA. I didn't know what you're going back to do MBA. You're broke. You are 46. And then you're going back to do MBA. MBA in which generation? In today's world, MBA. That's what you're going. So if you are going to do that for fun at 40, at 50, like I still plan to complete my PhD and all that, but it's not to make money. That is out of curiosity. And what I even want to PhD in is history. History, political science. That's what I want to PhD in. I want to understand the history of the world. I want to understand geopolitics. So not to feed me, but so I can help the world better. So you can't correct it by going to do masters. If you are broke at 45 and you're going back to do masters, you need to come back. What you rather need, you don't need master's degree, MBA. What you need urgency, you need structure, and you need guidance. All right, so let me tell you what to do. 3 steps. All right. Okay. Ganyat says, I am 53. You're 53 years old. Yeah. Yeah. Correct. Many of us here, many of us in the audience, we're in the later halves of our lives. And then many people in the Financial Fitness Challenge, my paid mentorship group, are in the later halves of their lives. Many of us made these serious mistakes. And that's what I'm trying to clean up in that group, helping people build systems, helping people change the way they look at money, because the way you looked at money for 40 years is what kept you in this situation. And so one of the things that we have to change is the way you look at money, your perceptions, your concepts, your paradigms about, because until we change it, your next 40 years will be like the previous 40. Okay. So let me give you 3-step action plan. Every one of you, it doesn't matter your age here. These are the 3 steps you will follow and change things and just transform your money situation. Let money come back to become your servant and then be your tool, not your commander, not your oppressor. So number 1, audit your life. So you can call it in your journal, you can call it the respect gap. So just audit your life right now. Okay? That's step 1. Because if you don't know where you are, you can't plot where you are going. So when you audit your life, that's what I did on my 50th birthday. I spent half the day alone. There was no birthday celebration or anything. I've not celebrated my birthday. Not. And I might when I'm 70 or 80. Because I was asking myself at 50, what exactly is that? Just celebrating that I'm alive? I have a purpose. I have things to do. So I am grateful. I give God thanks because my life too has been phenomenal. I may not be where I want to be in achieving His purpose for my life, but I'm thankful. But that doesn't merit going to kill 5 cows for my 50th birthday and celebrating. But what I rather did, I spent half of that day alone. And I did an exercise. I asked myself, what was it in the first half of my life, in these 50 years of my life? What are the things that served me very well in the first 50 years of my life that I can export into the next 50 years of my life? What worked? What served me? What were the things I could pinpoint my hand and say that all the successes I've had up to now, I'm 50, were as a result of these things, these practices, these sort of things, these ideas. I made a list of those. And then I now asked, what didn't serve me in the first years of my life, first 50 years of my life, that must not follow me into the next 50? Because who told you that if you continue doing the same things you are doing that didn't work before you are 40 or before you're 50, who told you are going to get a different result in the next 50 years of your life? That's what I did. So ladies and gentlemen, the first thing is audit your life. The framework I can suggest, and I can actually create a worksheet for you if you want, out of this, that's in the mentorship group, is to list these 6 areas that I've talked about and then grade yourself 1 to 10. It's going to help you see the respect gap. It's going to help you see the respect gap. So it could be in the area of systems. You might find that in systems, you're grading yourself 0 because you don't have any systems. You didn't build any. It might be in the area of relationships. So maybe in relationship equity, you can rate yourself maybe 2 because you didn't build it. So auditing your life across those 6 things I have mentioned can help you to determine where the respect gap is, where the disrespect from money is coming from. Is that helping somebody? Meanwhile, if you haven't, you're listening, you've been following my channel and you've not subscribed, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Take a moment right now and subscribe. And if you've been getting value from this, for goodness sake, pause. Just press that love button. Please go ahead and do it. Let me just give you 5 seconds to do that. Just press that love button. Yeah, if you're getting value, say so. And then make sure to share this because it's necessary. so that the algorithm will be able to show this to people who need to hear this information. If you believe that this can actually help and change somebody's life, please, for goodness sake, share this, share it on LinkedIn, on Facebook. If you just click that share button, you're going to see that arrow that goes right. Just click it and then share it to your WhatsApp group, to wherever, to your family. You never can tell just whose life you will change. And then hit the subscribe button to the channel. When you do, remember to check the notification bell so that whenever I'm live, you will get to know. All right. So if you have done it, just type in the comment section "done." If you've done, if you've pressed the love, or is it a double tap? Okay, double tap the screen. If you've done that, yeah, just say done. Just say done. All right. So step number 1 is to audit your life, and then audit your life against those 6 things that I've just talked about. Oh, done. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you, Ikechku. Thank you, Rich David. Thank you. It means a lot. Penultimate. Thank you. Best grade. Thank you. It means a lot. Salome. Thank you. All right. Okay. Here is step number 2. No matter your age, that's what you're going to do. Reinvent your time and attention. Reinvent your time and attention. That's all you've got. That's all you have got. Ladies and gentlemen, let me look you straight in the face and tell you that you don't need more time, even if you're 55. You need less distraction. Do you know what 6 months of focus? In fact, let me talk about 6 months. Do you know what 90 days of focus can do for your life? 90 days of attention, of focus on solving one particular problem. Even if it's in the next 90 days, I'm going to gain clarity on my purpose, and I'm going to create a system to make money, to manage it, to multiply it, or invest it. Focus. You don't need more time. You need less distraction. Because the biggest enemy of the modern man is distraction. Oh my goodness. When last did you open TikTok? That TikTok is such a crazy algorithm. It happens to me, I have to confess. So I avoid it as much as possible because you just open it. I don't know what they put in that algorithm. I don't know the kind of psychology they put into it. The TikTok algorithm particularly is so crazy. So I prefer to spend more time on YouTube because I learn a lot there. But you just open it, my goodness, before you know it, 2 hours of your life. If it's happened to you, just say, yeah, I'm seeing it as usual. If it's happened to you, you just take it. And then, all right, 10 a.m., just before you go to bed, you make the mistake of opening TikTok. By 11:30, you are still there until you are worn out. Terrible. Distraction is horrible, especially if you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s. Distraction is your enemy. So step number 2, reinvent the way you use your time and reinvent automation. Create a system to remove distractions or to replace it. Cancel the noise, in your life, and then automate chaos. So what you can do is pick your weakest area. It can be the fact that you don't have passive income. Research just one asset that you're going to focus on. I spoke with a lady in Canada today. She wanted to join, and then you might actually be here, Koti, listening to us. Thank you so much, Koti. And she reached out to me because she wanted to pay for the financial fitness mentorship class. And then she was asking me if I accept crypto. I mean, long conversation. But the thing is, eventually we had a call this evening. And then she opened my eyes. So little things. Because we need you at 50, you need to learn like crazy every single day. You need to learn. You need to be open to learning things. Put your attention. So I can say, for instance, in the next 90 days, I want to learn about crypto and master it. So 90 days every day, the way I work, the way I Ogbo work, every day I will say 1 hour on crypto, reading about it, listening, and then when we finish talking, she actually has somebody, a mentor, which is the third step I'm going to give you, that she's connecting me to, that I'm going to pay some money, just some chicken hundreds of dollars, to have him mentor me on crypto. That was just this evening before we came to this. So you've got to be open-minded. You've got to be, you've got to control your attention and make sure you put your attention on things that return investment. My goodness, how can you be 54 broke and you are watching Netflix? What business does Netflix have? What business do you have with Netflix broke at 47? What business do you have with Manchester and Arsenal broke? I mean, if you've made the money and then you have passive income and you are doing well, that's great. Fantastic. Okay. All right. So step number 3. Please lock in on a money mentor. If you're over 40, if you could have figured it out by yourself, now you are 53, 52. If you could have figured it out by yourself, you should have been able to do it in 53 years. You haven't done it. Lock in on a mentor. Pay to learn. Pay to learn. Find somebody who has achieved that thing you are trying to achieve. And then let the person help you reverse engineer the process. And so that something you're trying to figure out by yourself that will take you 10 years to figure out, in 1 week, a mentor shares that with you. And then you're able to get you're able to go. So find someone who is 10 years ahead financially. 10 years ahead of you financially. You are 37. Somebody just said you are 37. Find out somebody who is 5-10 years ahead of you. And then study them and reverse engineer what they have done to be there. Don't try to figure it out alone, because if you could do it alone, you could have actually done it. And then plug into a tribe, plug into a community, a mastermind that can help you. This same lady told me how she plugged into a crypto community, and she dropped, Kita, I forget the amount of money you said you dropped, like 300 naira. Because in the group, in the community, they were giving them recommendations. And then within the year, the 300 naira, I don't know, I still don't understand the science, had turned to 2,000 and something dollars. So plug into a community that is going forward. Plug into a community, it will give you leverage. And which brings me to the financial fitness challenge, because that's exactly what we are doing. You can imagine the kind of value you are getting for free. Not charging you to do this, but this is not free to me because I'm paying for Starlink. I use Starlink internet, and it's not cheap. I'm paying for all kinds of things. Sometimes I'm running my diesel generator because there's no electricity, and I do that, or to your whatever, so that if you want, you can do it yourself. You can do it yourself. You can take this information because I've given you everything. I didn't hold anything back. So by all means, do it yourself. But if you are saying, Ogbo, I don't have too much time to figure this out. I'm already 47. I'm already 53. I'm already 65. I don't have time to figure it out. I need your help. Then the Financial Fitness Challenge is for you. It's my paid mentorship group. The participation investment is $125. But if you join immediately after this, you can take advantage of the early bird, which is $20 off. One-time payment of $105. And then you belong forever to the community. What is better than that? I've just made this a no-brainer offer for anybody, especially those of you over 40. Okay, so in Nigerian Naira, that is 125,000 Naira. Bet if you are joining immediately after this, you take 20,000 off and you're paying only 105,000 naira. So if you are that person saying, oh boy, I need your help, I don't have time to figure it out by myself, I just need your guidance to create systems, please send a WhatsApp message. All you need to put there, 3 words. Don't talk too much there. That WhatsApp number doesn't take calls. Just say send payment details. That's all. 3 words. Not more than 3 words. Send payment details. So now the WhatsApp number is actually, it's also in the description of this video. When you are done, you can, if you miss it, +234 8088 000 111. Too easy to remember. Let me say it again. +234 8088 000 111. Just send payment details, 3 words, and then you can get started and join the group. We're enrolling right now and we are gathering momentum in the group, and I will be very, very excited to welcome you and to help you to correct your course and transform your financial future. Okay. All right, so let's take a few questions and comments as we normally do. And while I'm taking that, please type your aha moments. What was an aha? Actually, let's do that first. Type it in the comment section. What was your aha moment today? What is it that blew your mind today? What is it that you are going to sleep on and work on that you heard today? Please type it in the comment section. I would like to know. I would like to know, okay? Your aha moments, everybody. Chris says, can I pay bit by bit? Yes, you can, but you will join once you finish paying. It's monthly. So if you miss the one this month, you can join the next month. Okay, aha moment. Rich David said, edit your life. Absolutely. You know, we edit documents and we don't know we can edit our lives, because our lives are like scripts. They're like code. You can edit the script. Okay. Faruqi says, money has a short memory and rewards a fast learner. Absolutely. Okay, Samson said, I finally got the right part of my life. Absolutely. Anthony, thank you. Anthony Elba says, thanks for the sacrifice. God will replenish you. Thank you. He really is. Christiana says, I'm a mother of 4 teenagers and would love to instill home money discipline in them. Absolutely. That is important. Olakiton Yusuf says, I'm 49. Christina says, can you be my mentor? I don't know how to get into a community. Can you be my mentor? Absolutely. I just told you how. I would love to, Christiana. Okay. Michael Obasi says, you don't need more time. You need less distractions. Absolutely wonderful. Okay. Wenya says, with purposeful focus, one can get back to the right path. Absolutely. Best Grade says, audit your life. All right. Kintai also says, you don't need more time. You need less distractions. Festus says, put worries behind and start working. And I think that's a very excellent juncture to draw the curtain this evening. Our live sessions hold every weekday, that is Monday to Friday, between 8 and 8:30 GMT +1. So if you don't see me at 8, just wait, because you're definitely going to see me by 8:30. So whatever happens, please keep showing up, because you never know what's waiting for you just by the corner. And I'm going to see you exactly same day tomorrow. Thank you very much, and God bless you.